hello everybody, welcome to iCommand. This is TV Boy, and we are 3 weeks deep into Season 9, the playtesting season, and I am way behind on giving you guys some game log reviews from Season 9. So I thought instead of, trying to do a bunch of game log reviews, which can take up to 30 minutes to an hour, let's try to cram as much Season 9 into one video as we can get. I'm going to be just going through all the game logs I've gotten so far, and I'm just going to be stopping on the highlights in the edit, and when we ever see a Season 9 figure or card doing something interesting, we'll stop and zoom in and focus and show you guys what it looks like. So anyway, yeah, here we go. And I'm trying a different layout since I want to kind of zoom in on the action here and have everything be a lot easier to see. So let's get to it. Alright, so we've got a game here between Herbie and Colin, and we're seeing a ATDP being brought into a scum list with the Scavenged Walker. So it looks like we're seeing a focused Mando attack on the ATDP. Gonna take 5 damage from that. And now it looks like we're going to get to see an end of round attack here by the ATDP thanks to that Scavenged Walker. And is this the attack? Oh, this is a focused Scavenged Walker attack thanks to C3PO. And Overwhelming Impact going to be played here. Going to ignore the block token from Mando and add an extra damage and an extra surge, and heavy ordnance being used as well for another +1 damage. Mando going to use parry though. That's not going to work against Overwhelming Impact, so it looks like it went right back to the hand, and Mando took 9 damage. And now I think we're going to see the end of round attack from the Scavenged Walker. Here it comes. Now it looks like they are applying the +1 evade from 3PO, but all Mando needs to do is to avoid that is to actually target the space. If you look at 3PO, his distracting ability only works if he's adjacent to the targeted space, not the targeted figure. So that is important to keep in mind there. So it looks like we didn't see the end of round attack. So that's unfortunate. Could have seen the ATDP attack Mando there. Okay, and we're seeing Carsantin going at it here on the ATDP, thanks to the ATDP being massive. Not going to be able to avoid line of sight by hiding behind those small droids there. And Carsantin getting the Pierce 2 automatically. Man, that is a big attack. Focused already, looks like from Bib or Jabba. And I think that's going to take down the ATDP there. 7 damage, Pierce 2. Now going to use the Knuckle Duster ability for 1 damage on BT. Oh, the ATDP survived that. Incredible. Took 7. Wow, because he was at 5. So ATDP managed to survive that big attack. I wonder if they applied the Pierce 2 there. And here is another big attack. Now that Carsantin is damaged, he is going to be attacking always focus thanks to his Full of Rage ability. And do they apply? He is weakened, it looks like, and bleeding from 000, but it looks like he is going to take down the ATDP with the attack. And not going to use the Knuckle Dusters. And Onar going to attack Carsantin, who's going to be able to use parry here to add a block, and he's going to survive on 1 health remaining. and then it goes down to a BT1 attack. Alright, I think that's it for Season 9 here, so we're going to move on to the next game. Oh, and we definitely need to get some video of the Ewoks in action. Let's see what these guys can do. We've got two groups of Ewoks on the left. With Zeb, Diala, and Jyn Erso as fellow brawlers in the list. Okay, here comes our first Ewok attack, it looks like. With Reach. Oh, this is going to be from the Golds. And it looks like Gold 1 is attacking with Gold 2 and Gold 3, who is focused. Actually, this must be Gold 3 then. Using the Sling Barrage attack to attack this Dark Trooper. And, oh my goodness. One yellow die for each other figure in your group. So it is blue-yellow base with green for the focus, and then adding 2 yellows to this attack. So that is going to do 9 damage to the Dark Trooper. Oh my goodness. Dark Troopers are mixing it up with these Ewoks now. Okay, first Ewok goes down. Alright, Grizzly Salvage used by Zeb to take out the Dark Trooper, the Death Trooper there. Alright, might as well stop and talk about Jyn Erso here. Gonna go for a Tonfa Strike on the Dark Trooper, benefiting from the new card Beatdown for +1 damage on each of these attacks. Gonna spend the Surge token as well for the Tonfa, which is gonna be focused. And gets a Pierce 1 automatically. So Dark Trooper's gonna take 6 damage from the first attack. And they're going to take enough to go down. So the Jyn Erso one-shots the Dark Trooper there. Well, 2 shots, but 1 activation. Alright, and now we're going to see the Ewoks again. This time the red group is on the move. I think we're going to see this Death Trooper go down. Red going to attack with the Sling Barrage on the Death Trooper. Focused attack, adds 2 yellows from the Sling Barrage with a blue-yellow base. And oh my goodness, is this going to be a one-shot Death Trooper? Going to discard Feint for +1 block, it looks like. And Death Trooper's going to survive health remaining, which stuns the other 2 Ewoks. So quite the alpha strike from these Ewoks. And now we're going to Sling Barrage again on BT1 this time. Doesn't quite get a very good roll there this time though. Going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 damage into BT. But the other ones are going to do some pretty good damage here. 2 damage to BT. Oh, thanks to the reach. And the other one going to use Heart of Freedom to get rid of that stun and be able to get another attack on BT. This time I'm going to Pierce 1, thanks to being hidden while attacking, and that is going to finish off BT1. So those Ewoks do pack quite a punch. Alright, and it looks like we've got another Karsantin, this time versus Jyn Erso with Channel the Force. So we're going to probably be seeing a meditation round 1 here. Alright, it looks like Obi-Wan is actually playing meditation after we just saw Ezra took out a Trandoshan with Pummel, who was then taken out by the Trandoshan and Shyla there. So Obi-Wan actually going to be controlling this center room here on renovation. Oh, never mind, this is the fuel cell one, but still. So meditation is going to allow him on his next activation in the next round to be able to move and attack for free by spending an action and a 3-point card here. So let's see how that goes. Also, we've got a focused Jyn Erso with a surge token. So Jyn Erso going to activate first here. Remember, she was lowered to 6 points for Season 9. And it looks like you're going to go for Shyla. Oh, interesting. The Trandoshan is going to play Parting Blow first when Jyn moves past. Takes 1 strain for Relentless Trandoshan. And it looks like she didn't take any damage there. And now we're going to see the Tonfa Strike starting off on Cad Bane, so focus and a surge token. Gets the automatic Pierce one as well. Oh, going to play Element of Surprise here too. Deals, 1 short of dealing the last point of damage to Cad Bane. Going to have to finish him off here with that final ranged attack. You're going to be able to use Celebration here to get 9 victory points total from that kill. Alright, and now Obi-Wan activating in round 2, focused up from Yoda, and with the meditation giving him a free move and attack here. He's going to be able to attack twice during this activation. Focused attack on Shyla, who's going to spend that block token. First attack, 6 damage. Second attack, gonna do 5 damage, just 1 damage short again of getting the kill there. And then interesting, gonna force push on Jyn Erso to move her back 2 spaces to safety behind the wall. And we still got Karsantin waiting in the wings, has 2 block tokens from armor there. Alright, here comes Karsantin with worth every credit for 2 movement points. Already focused up, even though he's not damaged at all. It looks like he's going to go for Obi-Wan here. Oh, with the Knuckle Duster for 1 damage. Ooh, going to play Disarm on Obi-Wan. A bit of a reversal from the film. 1 damage to Obi-Wan, and now Obi-Wan is going to be permanently weakened for as long as he is in play. Also going to take a temporary bleed there as well. But let's see if he dies to the regular attack. Ooh, Get Behind Me being played, it looks like by Diala. And it has Pierce too, but not going to matter there much. It is going to be doing 7 damage to Diala. Shout out Turu. We just saw Jawa take out Diala there. Alright, and after Shyla finishes off Obi-Wan with an Assassinate, we're seeing... So now once again focused up thanks to Gideon, and with full surge tokens from Trust Goes Both Ways. Gonna start off with a Tonfa Strike, focused Tonfa attack on Bib Fortuna, who only has 5 health. Gonna do... Wow, only 3 damage there. Oh, really comes up short on the offense roll. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 with Pierce 1, only 3 damage to Bib. Gonna have to go for the... Oh, gonna go for the finish kill on Shyla here. Spends the Surge token. Oh no, triple block. Does get the Pierce. Evade's gonna stop the Surge. So I think we're looking at just 1 damage. Is that enough though? Doesn't she only have 12? Yeah, I think she's dead. Alright. Able to take down Shyla through that massive defense roll. Just eking out the 1 damage she needed to finish her off. But now we're going to see Karsantin coming up to get some revenge. Gets an automatic Pierce 2. The red, green, green is pretty brutal. So we've got 5, 6 damage going through. Should be enough to take out Jin Urso with the Knuckle Duster. And that's the end of that one, so let's get to the next one. And we're going to get to see Karsantin once again, but this time in Rebels, in a Wookiee list with Fury of Kashyyyk. Going to benefit from being an elite Wookiee. Going to basically be getting Pierce 3 on all of his attacks, if he can position his Wookiees well. And we're seeing a 5th brother here for the first time, with Vader and second sister. So we're going to see some Force user, hunter, brawler action here from Amator. Alright, so 5th brother activating, using that special action Sith Acolyte to grab Parting Blow from the command deck, setting up a combo with Vader, since he can also pull out Dark Energy or looking for a fight, allowing Vader to push and then bonus attack a figure during his activation, which is a very powerful combo. Right, of course we're going to stop and respect the Vader activation here. Gonna go for the Force Choke on the Wookiee Warrior. Which, interesting, does that focus it? Suffers 3 or more damage. Yeah, I guess it's from the same action, so it would become focused from Fury of Kashyyyk by Force Choke. Alright, we've got Karsantin on the move here. Focused up already by the Rebel Care Package. Interesting that he is... looks like he's targeting second sister? Oh yeah, that's Amator's second sister, so yeah, gonna target second sister, gonna stun. Gets the stun off. Now, she's still gonna be able to Saber Orbit next turn against 2 targets, so we'll see how useful that is. Okay, we're gonna get the end of round here with Vader. Gonna move 2 and attack this Wookiee. With a red and a yellow, interestingly. Wookiee gets the triple block. Vader probably gonna Pierce 3. Also has a reroll available. There we go. So that is gonna be 5 Pierce 3. So 5 damage to this Wookiee. Oh no, the Wookiee's got the parry. Gonna be able to stop the surge for Pierce 3. So only gonna be taking 2 damage from this attack. Alright, so it looks like Vader activated, but a Parting Blow was played here, so I'm guessing that's from Karsantin. Parting Blow going to be used with Element of Surprise from Karsantin. Targeting Vader. This is a focused attack against Vader. Removed the black die with Element of Surprise. Going to be piercing the additional black die. So Pierce 2 going to make that defense pretty much irrelevant, and Karsantin is doing 6, 7, 8 damage to Vader here, off of 1 attack and a bleed from that surge for +1 damage. And Karsantin now going to be stunned. Vader going to finish his movement and is he going to go for Karsantin? He's going to go for Karsantin, which means Karsantin's going to be focused on his next attack if he takes more than 3 damage. Vader discarding a card for bleed, it looks like. And attacking Karsantin, who gets that +1 block. Gonna reroll, go for the surge, there we go. So we're getting, looks like 5 damage on Karsantin, which is now going to turn on his Full of Rage ability. Heart of Freedom being played. Alright, so this, I think Derek plays Heart of Freedom on Karsantin incorrectly. You cannot play a Rebel only card on a Mercenary card, even if you are playing a Mercenary figure in a Rebel list. I remember he was talking about that. Was definitely an accident. Did not mean to do that. But we're going to see Disarm once again being played. So this card gets put into play targeting a hostile figure. It becomes weakened and bleeding and suffers a damage, and as long as Disarm is in play on that figure's deployment card, it cannot remove the weakened condition. So it looks like we're going to see a weakened Vader, which is really rough for Vader. But also this is going to be a rough focused attack with Pierce 2. Probably going to do a lot of damage. Oh, interesting. Use the device token from Saska to re-roll the green die into a red. Should be another green die because he should be focused with Full of Rage. But let's see if Derek remembers. So I think this was a misunderstanding on how Full of Rage works. So a Vader re-rolling. We are going to see the Pierce 2 probably be nullified by Zillow Technique here. And so it's going to be 4, 5. I think just 1 damage going through on Vader from this attack. 2 damage goes through. But he also... Oh, there's the focus die we got there. So Vader taking 1 more damage. Oh, going to use Grizzly Contest. I love this card with Karsantin. Since he wants to be damaged, that 2 strain on him is totally acceptable. Able to deal 2 damage to Vader through his 2 black dice defense. Karsantin takes the damage. Going to use the Knuckle Duster, and that is going to finish off Vader for 2 damage. Goes down to a vicious volley from Karsantin there. Alright, I think we're going to... Actually, let's see if Fifth Brother does anything notable here. Alright, Fifth Brother going to combine the movement points from Vigor with Force Rush. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Should be able to move 8. There we go. 8 up to Saska, it looks like. And we're going to see an attack on Saska with a strain, discarding 4 strain. Not sure what that's about. I think he got confused about which card this is. Because Fifth Brother also has a 1-point command card. There it is. So we got there. So I think he's going to stun that Wookiee and Saska. Oh no, not going to do that. Not sure what happened. He decided to just go for the cash instead. Okay, looks like going to use the Sith Acolyte ability to grab Dark Energy out of the command deck, and then probably going to go for that cash instead, that objective. And then going to go for an attack on the Wookiee Warrior here. No. Not sure. Gonna use Dark Energy with Into Parting Blow. So I had to spend... So use an action for Sith Acolyte to get Dark Energy. Then use a second action to move. And then using now Dark Energy plus Parting Blow to get an attack off on the Wookiee Warrior. Fleet-footed. And now the Wookiee Warrior discarding a command card for Relentless Pursuit, dealing 1 strain to the Wookiee Warrior. So we saw Fleet-footed got discarded. looks like we're going to be seeing 4 damage going through on the Wookiee from the Fifth Brother attack. Oh, 5 damage. Not sure what. Oh, from the Dark Energy. So 4 damage from the attack, 1 damage from the Dark Energy there. And did end up pushing the Wookiee off of the objective, allowing that Riot Trooper to be able to control it. So that was actually a pretty good play there, even though he didn't get an extra attack from it, since he used an action to gain a free attack with party. But by getting Dark Energy, he was able to move the Wookiee off of the objective to get more victory points. So, pretty cool. And we're seeing Garkon attacking the Fifth Brother here with a focus. Going to do 5 damage. I think that is overwhelming impact being played. Oh, maybe on the second attack. Oh, that's the strain for Brutal Cleave on the Riot Trooper. That's it for that game, so we're going to move on to the next one. We've got some New Hope action here. This is the new Rebel deployment card skirmish upgrade that rewards you for bringing the characters from the original New Hope film. It looks like we've got a list that is using, so you can see the characters there up on the screen. And it looks like the list here is using Han, Luke, Leia, 3PO, and R2, and R2 has already gone down. And then on the other side, we've got Fennec Shand making an appearance, a popular character from the new television shows. And pretty strong, very hard to kill, and very strong for the points, but gives up 3 VPs when she does go down. If she goes down, not when. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be seeing New Hope being used with Chewbacca to play Son of Skywalker. Going to be able to activate a second time this round. And I'm going to go for the attack on Fennec Shand, who is still rolling double white in 9.0. Let's see if Chewie can get it done. Does get the +1. Where is the second white die? I think he accidentally rolled it on the same spot. Down. Oh no, there's the second white die. And it is a dodge, unfortunately. So that double white die, very hard to get through currently. Gonna slam on the Jawa for 1 damage. As a free action, thanks to Wookiee Avenger from Heart of the Empire. Alright, so Chewie just got pretty beat up by Onar there, but it's going to go for a second shot on Fennec. Doesn't dodge this time. Fortunately, Chewie did get wounded by the Toxic Dart. But it looks like he's got enough. Just needs to add that +1 damage. There you go, from Wookiee Avenger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, there's an evade to stop the other surge. So it looks like we're doing 6 minus 2 is 4. Is that enough? Does Fennec go down here? Yes, Fennec is dead. I think this is the first time I have seen Fennec Shand go down and actually give up the full 8 VPs. But Onar has something to say about that with extra protection. We're going to skip through that as we look for more Season 9 cards being played. Alright, and now we've got Karsantin going after Chewbacca here with a focused attack. With that Pierce 2 built in, very difficult. Oh, Lamb being played by Chewbacca. Can he get out of there? Yes, because this is not actually difficult terrain. This is strain terrain on this map. So Chewbacca able to move freely through that, just has to take a strain and discards field promotion for the strain by moving into the swamp and able to elude that massive attack by Karsantin. Just want to point out this nice little counterplay here by who is this? Oh, Colin. We saw Han got moved here for an end of round shot by Mark, and we saw that Afra was moved out of Han's line of sight. Now Han still has a pretty good end of round shot, I believe, on this Jawa, but would definitely much rather be taking a focused shot at Afra. In fact, I actually don't think he has a shot anymore. This might have taken away his only end of round shot. Yeah, I don't think Han has a shot anymore. Okay, now I think we just saw Debts Repaid being played by Colin, or no, by Mark there, by Han, thanks to A New Hope. When Luke went down, I believe that allowed him to play Debts Repaid, although I don't see it on the table. But I do see that New Hope has been exhausted, so I believe that's what's happened, and that has now allowed Han to activate again and get a setup for a much better end of round position. Gonna take a shot here at Onar with Han. So Debts Repaid is, of course, Chewbacca's card, and you start every game with it when you play Chewbacca with Wookiee Avenger. And it's a 3-point card and says whenever another friendly figure is defeated, you may ready Chewbacca and he becomes focused. Now, of course, since New Hope lets you play around with mixing the unique command cards, whenever Chewbacca or anybody's defeated, any of the other figures in the gang can play Debts Repaid to activate once again and be focused. Now we're going to see Onar taking a pretty good chunk of damage. I think that was perfect damage there from Han. 5, 6, 7. It's 9 damage. Is he dead? No, he's at 13. Onar's got 15 health, so he's going to give that. Yeah, I don't think IACP will ever be making a 15 health figure for 6 points like FFG did. At least anytime soon. And I think that's the end of the round, so we're going to see a end of round attack from Han to finish off Onar, I'm sure. Yep, Onar goes down. Second chance being played. And now Karsantin activating can break through the second chance with an attack plus the Knuckle Dusters. Interesting, they're trying to use Disarm from Excavate. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. So from Afra's Excavate, can you excavate the Disarm since it only costs 1? The answer is, I mean, yes, you can. You would put it into play, and then it would deal the damage and the bleeding and the weakened, but it would not stay in play because Excavate says as soon as you finish resolving it, you return it to the game box, so it won't remain in play with Afra's Excavate. But still gets the weaken, which is really good against Han because Han has Cunning, so he's pretty reliant on getting those evades to add to his defense bonuses. And of course he doesn't like to be bleeding either. So, oh, interesting, he's starting off with the Knuckle Dusters. I would think he would have gone with an attack first to try and break the second chance. And actually, he could have, if he had broken the second chance there, even if he had rolled 1 damage on the Knuckle Dusters, he could have killed Han with the Disarm then, with the additional damage. Although I see what he's doing here. He is trying to avoid a return fire by stunning Han with the Knuckle Dusters first. Probably better to just go for the kill. Han is going to dodge, though. So no damage to Han from this attack. Unless... Oh, was there heightened reflexes played? There was a heightened reflexes played by Karsantin, who is a hunter. Could get rid of that dodge and deal some decent damage here. It looks like 4 damage to Han. Did he trigger the second chance? Oh, it looks like meant to use beatdown here on the attack to add a damage. A little bit cheeky to see the results and then play it when you know it's gonna give you the kill, but you know, it's playtesting, people forget to play stuff. So that is going to break the second chance on Han, but I think that Colin is out of damaging effects here for Chrysanthemum. So Han's going to be able to activate, but he is stunned, bleeding, and weakened. Pretty gnarly set of harmful conditions on him right now. Probably the only thing he can do is unstun and try and kill the Jawa or Bib. Or maybe he's got Heart of Freedom. Yep, Han gonna unstun. Gonna take a strain from removing the stun, which is take initiative. So when he removes the stun, that's an action, so you have to take a strain from bleed. Now he's gonna take another one from bleed. It looks like he's just gonna take the damage. And gonna go for the attack on the Jawa. Oh, the Jawa dodges. And Bib Fortuna gonna go for the killing blow on Han here, finishing him off. And I think that is gonna be it for Mark. Colin gonna be able to take the win. Oh, I spoke too soon. Leia does some damage and able to kill off enough figures, and 3PO able to keep control of the objectives with Leia to win the game for A New Hope crew. Pretty impressive. Alright, next one. Alright, I thought it might be fun to feature my game that I played for week 3. And I am playing Jedi with Jyn Erso and Diala, who we haven't seen in a while, but I think is getting some love with the recent beatdown card as well as meditation. And I at the end of round 1, I managed to urgency Ezra up to the door and open it, so I was controlling Gruber's terminal here and contesting it. Unfortunately, I forgot that Onar was able to get up to a point where he could attack Ezra at the end of round 1, and he put a pretty good chunk of damage into him, and I was not looking good. However, using Channel the Force, I had played meditation with Diala, who is now ready to go as there is a pummel in my hand, and I also have Dying Lunge. Now, of course, Gruber knows that I've played meditation on Diala, and she is going to go ham on him. So instead of going for Ezra, he tries to take out Diala here, which makes sense. Ezra uses Brash to move up to a good position for Dying Lunge, so I have some options. I have to be conscious of Cad Bane and his ability to move figures around before I try to pummel them. If you can't tell, that's Hondo here. We've also got Fennec, Quill, Greedo, and some hired guns. Very efficient scum mercenary list. Lots of 3-dice attackers. And Fennec gonna go first, gonna go for the attack on Diala. So they're gonna be, let's see, 4 dice here. And with the reroll, get some nice damage on Diala, but isn't able to one-shot her at least. And that allows me, I definitely have to activate Diala, because if she dies, I don't get to use meditation. So waiting for, I make the rules now. Oh, Opportunistic gets played by Gruber to move Fennec way back to the deployment zone. And so now meditate. Where is my meditate card? So Diala now able to move 4 spaces and attack without spending an action, and I have pummel in my hand, and I have force throw. So what I want to do is I want to set up a nice pair of targets so that I can get my cleave damage off as well when I attack 3 times this activation. So I go ahead and force push Onar where I need him, and then without spending an action I use meditate. Oh yes, he's going to use so he tries to move Hondo out of the way, which would have been good, except that Cad Bane can only move hunters with his ability, and Hondo unfortunately is not a hunter, he's just a smuggler leader. So not able to rescue Hondo from this spot. So I use Force Throw to move Onar into the spot I need him. I move 4 spaces with meditation. I decided to go for Onar first just because if Hondo does play on the Lamb, I want to get some cleave damage into him first when I use my... I don't want my Surge token to go to waste on either Hondo's white dice or his on the Lamb, so I decided to go for Onar here. He forgets to spend the block token, but he remembers after the dice. Oh, and I do play Beatdown here, which is fantastic with this play because, of course, I'm going to be getting a free attack from Meditation plus 2 attacks from Pummel. So 3 attacks in total, so Beatdown is giving me 3 extra damage here for 0 points. And we're going to first attack with the Surge token that I got from Jin Urso's Trust Goes Both Ways. Really good synergy with Diala. Loves Surge tokens on her, especially since you can't focus her because she focuses automatically. She's only at 2 dice. So you can't really focus her with like somebody like Yoda or Gideon, so being able to add a power token can help augment her damage, and she really likes Surge tokens. So I think this was honorable. He does spend the block token because he says he would have done it, even though it doesn't do anything here against Pierce 3. So able to do 8 damage to Onar with this attack, and then cleave 2 on Hondo. And now here comes the Pummel, thanks to the fact that I didn't have to use any actions to move and attack there. It's Meditation being a 3-point card for Force users. And so now I decide I'm going to go for Hondo because I really want to kill Hondo before he activates. And I figure that I have a pretty decent chance of killing Onar if I have to use my third attack on him here. And I end up doing... So Onar going to use Get Down to add an evade. Stops my only Surge. Good call. And leaves me only doing 2 damage to Hondo. But the fact that he didn't on the Lamb immediately means that it feels like it's pretty safe to go for the third attack on Hondo. Forgot to add the +1 damage from Beatdown there, so it was 3 damage. And here is the third and final attack, targeting Hondo. Going to be able to do 4 damage, actually 3 damage. No, actually, yeah, it was 5 damage and... No, 6 damage, right? No, 5 damage and cleave 2. So killed Hondo, put 2 more damage on Onar, and pretty good for Diala there with Beatdown and Meditation. Alright, I think I'm going to cut it off there. We'll try to get some more highlights in maybe this week or next week, but I hope you guys enjoyed this format where we kind of just get to see the cards in action, and we'll catch you for the next one. Thanks for watching.